Shut up and sit down.
Welcome, everybody, to the 3POA podcast, episode 76. I'm your host, Laserpants, also known as Ryan. We're going to be getting a lot of mech suit questions tonight, I think. But I am joined, for the first time in a while, my very good friend, the man behind Analog Toys, and the Desert Rat himself, Tony Roberts. What's up, Tony?
It's so good to be back, Matt. I'm going to rock out with my Holy Grail out. And
hell yeah.
Yeah, how you doing, brother? It's been a while.
I'm doing good, man. Spent the day mostly outside with the kid and took a walk around the neighborhood and went on a short little toy hunt. We went to GameStop where he picked up a Marvel vs. Capcom game because he's really into that now. Yep. And then we saw the Mandalorian helmet there, and he's like, "Dad." I'm like, "All right." And it was on sale. It was under $100, so I
was just going to ask if it was on sale. Otherwise,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was on sale. But man, it's great to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
I like your name. Good times. Yeah. All right. Well, we're joined by someone else, but we don't have to bring him in. No, I'm kidding. We love this guy too. He's the man behind Action Force and the CEO of Valaverse, Bobby Vala. What's going on, man?
I don't like being mistreated.
Oh. Well,
Tony shows up, and all of a sudden, I'm chopped liver over here.
Your second fiddle?
That's cool.
Boy, I'm gonna need a drink for this stream.
Technically third fiddle, but yeah.
So, Bobby, great video today up on the Valaverse channel.
Thank you.
I got people talking.
We're just trolling. We're just trolling people. We're not really.
I mean, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna happen. Am I the only one drinking?
Yeah. I'm not drinking tonight.
Oh. Isn't UFC on? You guys watching UFC tonight?
I have to be up early. Tony, I'm going to miss UFC. Tony's probably watching UFC. I am missing UFC.
Tony's got it on. All right. Well, let's just go right to the chat then. There's a ton of tater chats, super chats, so we'll get through that. We're talking about toy holy grails tonight. It's going to be a good one. Tony, you kind of did this on your channel a few weeks ago, and it went really well.
Well, a few months ago, yeah, it was a solo stream. I did, and the stream did very well. And I thought, since Bobby recently spent over $1 million on a rocket firing Boba Fett, it would be a good topic, you know. Now, I'm really interested. When I was thinking about it the other day, and I was talking to you in the chat, when it comes to vintage toys, you know, there's lots of things that people just recognize as a holy grail. I'm like, what the hell is a holy grail in modern toy collecting? I have no idea.
I'm in the same boat. I'm kind of interested in that myself.
Yeah. I had to really come up with. I mean, I do have holy grails, and I am basically just a modern collector. But yeah, we're going to get into that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a great topic, and I'm glad you suggested it because I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But Like I said, let's go to the chat. We got M. Vargo here. What's up, Michael, with the tater chat? Thank you. He says, glad to see Tony back. I've been very fortunate to get a few of my grails in the last few months.
Yeah, those super rare core figures.
He hit the mother load of G.I. Joe stuff. I don't know if he's put it up on his channel yet, but just if you haven't heard about that, dude, just wait for Michael's
I haven't, no.
Spoilers. Sorry, Michael, I ruined your next video.
Nice job, Ryan.
Yeah. We got Suka here. Suka, thanks for the super chat. He says D's.
D's nuts.
Nuts. Got him. Thank you, Suka. We got K-Dog Broadcasting with the tater chat. Thank you, K-Dog. The band is back together. My grail will forever be getting another whale one day. Another one. So I take it you had one in childhood? And
I think that's what he means, yeah.
Yeah. You lost it over time.
You know, and like, whales aren't uncommon, but trying to get one complete and unbroken, that is a challenge.
Yeah.
Those damn veins on the back are just brutal.
Yeah, and then you've got the Night Force version. Is it Night Force? Yeah.
Yeah.
How are the veins on yours, Bobby? They good?
Complete, baby. Even on my Night Force one.
Nice.
Too bad they're sitting in boxes and not being displayed, but what do you do?
Oh, okay. We got Impossible Pie with the tater chat. Thank you, Mr. Pie. Awesome to see the original band back together. Glad to see you back on the show, Tony.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this. I reached out to Ryan, I don't know, a week or two ago, and I was like, hey, man, I'm flat out at work, 3 weeks running this big project, and like your next show is 2 days after I finish work. Like, can I come back, please?
Of course. I mean, the door is always open. All you got to say is, hey, what's up? I'm coming back this week. So
yeah, but you know, I didn't know if you had other guests lined up or, you know, what the plans were. But Ryan's like, no, have no plan for life in general. Yeah.
That's right. Thanks, Pie. We got, look at this. We got, it's Chad. What's going on, Chad, with the tater chat? He says, this just feels right. Missed you, Tony.
I hope you're feeling better, Chad. I enjoyed your last video, but you were definitely a bit under the weather when you filmed that. When you did the Sergeant Slaughter Triple T Transformer, whatchamacallit, thingy cup.
Yeah, COVID kicked his ass, man. That was a bad case of COVID for him. But yeah, Chad, good to see you here. Glad you're feeling better. Jason Evangelista is here. Thanks for the tater chat. He says, the gang is back together again. Yes, we are. Thank you, Jason.
I prefer threesome to the term gang.
Gang bang.
I'm here for the gangbang. Movie reference, anyway.
So we used to have 2 bearded dudes and 2 bald dudes. Now all the feng shui in this room is fucked up. Oh, sorry, we're 5 minutes in yet.
That's all right. Now we're 10 minutes in. You're good.
Now I'm the only clean-shaven bald dude.
Yeah. I mean, Bobby, I've said it before, but Bobby was always complaining about, I'm bald, I just shaved my head. And then he decides to let it grow, and it's like, you got quite a bit of hair still.
I do.
I do. He's trying to look more like you every day.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well,
here we go.
Don't do that, Bobby.
Wasn't planning on it.
Okay, good.
Wasn't planning on it.
Thanks, Jason. We got M. Vargo sent a super chat. Thanks, M. Vargo. He said no spoilers. The video's been up for like 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I missed it. Okay. I'm sorry, Michael. Jeez.
Good job, Ryan.
What a jerk. He put up a core video yesterday or the day before. I still haven't watched that one either. We got
Keep digging that hole deeper, man.
Oh, what a jerk I am. Not Top Goon with the super chat. Thanks, Goonie. He says the chakras are realigned. Tony is back. Indeed.
Thanks, Goon.
Good to see you, Goonie. Espo's here. What's going on, Mike?
Oh, get rid of that guy.
Okay, he's kicked. He says the boys are back in town. Yeah. That reminds me. You remember this? He made this one happen. Crap, where is it? Oh, here it is.
Hi, Ryan, Bobby, and Tony. I love boys who play with action figures and collect toys.
Woo!
Woo. Thanks to Espo for that one. J Creations, New York. What's going on, man? Thanks for the tater chat. My holy grail is this show right now. The three amigos back together again. Welcome back, Tony. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
I will cheers you. I can't believe I'm the only one drinking, and that's like our first show back in like 3 months.
I was at the very least going to bring a cup of tea in, but Grace is busy cooking up a storm in the kitchen, and I needed to get out of her way. You know, when she's in the zone, you don't step on her toes.
I hear that. Ramen Toys here. What's going on? AC says, my holy grail is the Kabaya G1 Optimus Prime, which I have mint and sealed box in my possession. Missing the Headmaster Chrome Dome, both from my childhood. So yeah.
What's the Kabaya G1 Optimus Prime? Is that a foreign release?
Maybe it's the like Takara, the pre Hasbro Optimus Prime. I don't know. What was he called? He was called Convoy before he was Optimus Prime over there. Yeah, Convoy.
Yeah, Convoy from the Diaclone line.
Diaclone, yeah. Well, I'm sure he'll fill us in.
Yep.
But thanks for that Tater Chat, Ace. Thanks for being a member for 13 months from the beginning. And K-Dog gifted a 3POA podcast membership. Thank you so much. Sal Sandoval, 82, got that one. K-Dog, you rock. Thank you. All right. We are all caught up. So, yeah, Holy Grails. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. Ace says, choose wisely when it comes to toy Holy Grails. And that's that. I'm actually going to touch on that a little bit when it comes to mine. So thank you, Ace. All right, so we're talking about Holy Grails. Tony, when it comes to toy collecting, what do you consider to be a Holy Grail? What's Holy Grail worthy?
I think you can only offer guidelines. Like, there are no real rules to this. I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion of what a Holy Grail is. Like, to me, it's something that is supremely rare, very hard to find, very desirable. You know, there's some rare stuff out there that a lot of people just don't want as well. I would say I do put like prototypes and one-offs kind of in a separate category, but that's a whole different thing. But yeah, for me, there have been some things over the years that I've considered to be Holy Grails, which other, like saying in the Action Man world, I always thought the Electronic Command Center that I did a video on last year was a Holy Grail for me. And other collectors were like, oh, it's not that hard to find. I was like, yeah, but I've been at this shit for 30 years and I had just never come across a complete one in all that time until I eventually, you know, bit the bullet and bought one on eBay. So it's just those items that you have pined after for a really long time, and for whatever reason on your own collecting journey, you've really struggled to either locate or, you know, choose the right cup in the Grail Temple.
Right. Yeah. What about you, Bobby?
I'm very similar to Tony. I feel like it's got to be something that's rare, doesn't come up that often. You had to have been like searching for it for a bit. Like I would say, you know, for a lot of people, a Holy Grail might be a superpower cyborg. But I remember when I like plunged into collecting superpowers, he was like one of the first ones I got, because I was like, well, I want to get the most expensive one out of the way. And I just happened to have stumbled on a really good deal on a mint one, and I got him. But it's like, you know, I try not to let the super expensive ones like become the last ones, but it just happens that way, because you're like, shoot, man, I want to like get other stuff. I don't want to just wait on this one. So you're, you know, like collecting Star Wars, like I was collecting, you know, a lot of the other figures, and then trying to look for those grails here and there. But it just so happens, because they come up so infrequently, that they end up being one of the last ones you get. So I align very much with Tony. I
mean, for someone like you, that's like, money is no issue. You just buy whatever you want. True. Just immediately.
True.
Is that really?
It's not true.
You bought $1 million Boba Fett with the rocket firing prototype.
Listen, you guys keep peddling that stuff, and people are going to start believing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bobby spent over $1 million on a rocket firing Boba Fett.
And then when I have to close the office down and the company goes bankrupt, people are going to be like, oh, it's because you brought a Rocket Fire Boba Fett. It's going to be like the whole Todd McFarlane, Mark McGuire balls kind of thing.
Yeah. He did buy Mark McGuire's balls.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's just kind of whatever's hard to get. Maybe see for some of my grails, it's like I really want that, but I'm not paying that much money for it, right? Just like because of what it is. And as a modern collector, I can afford the Holy Grails that I want that I don't have yet. I could just go buy them. To me personally, I think I can wait. Because what I collect, there's always going to be another version. It's not about the specific toy from the specific line. It's about the character. I want that character representation on my shelf, not necessarily one specific toy. So it's not so much the money. It's just like having the character and like a definitive version of it. So, and we're going to get into what our Holy Grails are. And I'll fill you guys in on that. It's going to make more sense when I start bringing up pictures. But
is there always going to be another version of those figures you want, though? Or like, so what if Hasbro doesn't renew the Disney license next year and there's no more Marvel Legends? And then
someone will
McFarlane gets them, and now you're going to switch to 7-inch with pins?
No, I will never. No.
Just wait.
What are you going to do? Just stop collecting? Marvel?
No, because there's still Mafex and there's still,
Action Force.
Well, of course.
Can't believe you didn't mention that. God, what a shitty friend.
Right? Dickhead. Jeez.
Oh, I'm waiting on the Sergeant Potato Action Force figure, but I guess that's not going to happen.
That's never going to happen. So don't hold your breath.
Fine. Well, anyway, okay. So, Tony, you sent me a bunch of cool pictures of the stuff that you wanted to talk about. Now, is this stuff that you have acquired, or is this stuff that you want to? Okay, this is stuff you want to.
This is stuff I want to, and I looked back at the stream that I did beginning of the year to have a look and see. So this item wasn't on that stream. Every now and again it changes. So the original G.I. Joe came out in 1964. You had the soldier, the sailor, the pilot, and the marine. And they were all Caucasian action figures. In 1965, they brought out the African-American action soldier. I really want one of these, and I had mentioned it, I think, on a previous 3POA. So when you guys were at DFW, I think it was Master Son 42 and V. Connolly, came across one at DFW, and they're like, oh, there's one here. Do you want to pick it up? And it was $5,000.
Yeah, I sent you pictures of this.
Yeah, Ryan sent that.
Yeah, that the guy had like every rare like 12-inch Joe, and
was that Ace Allgood?
Huh?
Was it Ace Allgood?
It may have been.
The long hair guy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Ace. Yeah. I met him at Joe Fest a couple of. I've known of Ace for years and years and years, but yeah, it was good to meet him at Joe Fest a couple of years ago. So, but yeah, he wasn't going to get $5,000 in my money. I thought Bobby might buy it for me as a birthday present or something.
I mean,
listen, let me tell you something. You better get yourself a fake pair of like good C's and some hair extensions before I, give you $5,000.
You got to pay for that Turkish hair transplant first, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, do you think you'll ever like actually acquire this? I mean, you're not going to pay $5,000 ever. But...
Look, I would love to have a box one, but I would just be happy just with a nice condition figure. Wouldn't even need the uniform because I've got other uniform. I'd actually like to display it in a more eye-catching uniform, like maybe the Navy Shore Patrol or something like that. But even, the loose figure, they do turn up on eBay now and again, but they're going for like, $600-700 in good condition.
Ooh.
Now, did they sculpt a new head, or did they just take the Caucasian guy and just make him African-American?
They just took the Caucasian guy and made him African-American. Yep. Just
got it.
Different color plastic. When they got to the Adventure Team line in the early 70s, There was a different sculpted head for the African American adventurer there. And he had a little bit more of a kind of, that was when they got into the realistic hair, and he had a bit more of an afro. But yeah, this guy is just the basic Joe figure produced in different colored plastic.
Gotcha.
But I would absolutely love to have this figure in my collection. It's from that 12-inch Action Man / GI Joe collection, which is the core thing I like to collect. This is probably the number one piece that I would like to add. I think I will get one day. I nearly pulled the trigger a few weeks ago, but I was the figure. It had some cracked joints in the elbow, which I could have repaired. But I'm like, I'm not spending $600 on a toy that's damaged. I'd rather spend $800 on a toy that's undamaged if it turns up. So,
man of principle.
Yeah, sometimes.
So Ace hit me up and he told me that Kabaya, I hope I'm saying that right. It was a model kit that came with bubble gum. And,
it was a what?
It came with bubble gum.
Oh,
it was like an Optimus Prime model kit.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah. Thank you, Ace. All right, so Bobby, I feel like someone like you would have this as this is your holy grail, the Palatoy Death Star.
It has eluded me. Yeah, I've wanted this one. Man, I wanted this one back from like back in the 90s, because I remember I saw this in like a Toy Marts or like one of those toy magazines. They showed a bunch of unproduced and foreign Star Wars stuff. So I always knew of the UK cardboard Death Star. And I just thought it was so cool because it's round. It makes sense. Doing this, it was, leagues ahead of doing, the slice of pie from, the Kenner line. So it's I knew about this forever, and then it was just when I got back into vintage Star Wars, I'm like, man, I want one so bad. And I had the chance to get one. I didn't pull the trigger on it; it was gone. But it's they're hard to come by. Also, it's because it's cardboard, because it comes with fragile pieces and the stands and stuff and the canopy. It's super hard to find one complete and in good shape. And I want mine in really good shape. I don't want it to be beat to hell where the cardboard's falling apart and stuff like that. I want to set it up and have it be mint. My Sears Missile Command headquarters, I bought from the original owner. He said he opened it up, put it together on Christmas Day, took it apart, put it in the box, and it stayed in the attic for 30 something years. And then I bought it. So, it was only put together once. It's that's what I want. I want one that's really, really mint. And it's I don't need the box. I mean, I would love the box. The box is great, but I need this. And I have the stands, so I'm good there. I just need the complete playset with the canopy that's real.
You have the box?
No, I have the stands. I said I don't need the box.
Oh, you don't need the box. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So do they just not pop up very often? You go to a lot of toy shows. You're on eBay, right?
I've never seen one at a live toy show. Also, it's UK foreign stuff.
Yeah.
You never see. It's
yeah.
I'm sure if I watched eBay UK more frequently, I'd be able to find one a lot easier. But I don't. But here in the States, you got to think someone in the States had to have bought it for secondary prices to get it over here. Whereas UK ones will show up from childhood people and stuff like that, where it's not gonna kill you and cost you an arm and a leg.
I feel like this is something you acquire when you go over there. You go for a visit and you make it your goal. It
would be cool to go over there and acquire this and the Palatoy Action Force headquarters and other stuff. But I feel like with each passing day, I'm becoming more of a recluse. And like I said at this last show, I was I'm not doing far shows anymore. I said, I'm only doing local shows. I said, I'm not going to do any more shows. They take too much out of me. I never want to leave my house or the office. I don't want to go anywhere that's more than 10 minutes from my house. I'm literally, I just want to be a hobbit and just kind of live like that. So the odds of me going to the UK to buy this is very slim.
That's what Scuba Pete did.
Yeah.
When he went to the UK, I think it was last year, might have been the year before, he came back with a Palatoy Death Star. And then on another trip,
that's
he
pretty
came back
cool.
with the Action Force Z Force headquarters. So
Oh, jeez. That's
Yep,
awesome.
good old Scuba Pete. Remember when he found that awesome Rambo playset at Joe Fest? It was like
Yeah.
in the box, complete. I don't think it had ever been assembled. And you
Yeah,
got it.
so
You got
I've-
it for a song, man.
I've got the playset complete, but I've always wanted to have the box for that toy as well because such
Yeah.
great artwork from Coleco. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome. All right. Well, mine is probably not going to be as interesting for a lot of you, but
I'm ready to be disappointed.
yeah, you will be. Don't worry. Come on. Why is it not coming up? There we go. Yeah, this is the no, it's not Marvel Legends, okay? Are you okay, Tony?
I'm staring at it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Incredible Hulk. I've never
Yeah,
seen
this-
it before. I kind of like this. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is from the Incredible Hulk line, Hulk Classics, I guess, but it's very Marvel Legends adjacent. It's in that scale. These sell for like $200 to $300, maybe a bit more when it's still on
Really?
card. Yeah, this was hard to get when it came out. Like I mean, I
What year is
wasn't
it
really
from?
2006, I believe.
So it's Toy Biz.
It is, yeah. Yep. But I mean, it's a really cool toy. I mean, look, Hasbro. I like Hasbro Marvel Legends, but they don't make them like this anymore. I sound like an old man right now, but I mean, look at all the paint on this thing.
Wow. Yeah,
You know,
that,
look at
that
all the-
thing's like a NECA figure. The whole thing's painted.
Yeah, the whole thing's painted. I mean, just all the little detail in the sculpt, and it's like every inch of it is just beautiful, and it's an awesome figure. It's modern. Like the hands have articulation, you know, and the fingers and stuff. It's got Gremlin there. That now I don't have a picture of it, but the chest pieces open up on them. You can see the inner workings of Mecha Hulk. Gremlin pops in the back there. It's just
So
a
this
really
was
cool
like-
figure.
This was like in the comics, a Mecha Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's not so much about the character. For this one, it is about the figure, you know. And I said it before with Marvel Legends, the goal should be to eventually make one of every character in the Marvel universe, right?
Oof.
Of course, that's. I'm not saying I would ever have them all. That's going to be next to impossible. I was talking to Daryl DePriest about it at DFW, Bobby, and even he buys everything. Like that guy
Yeah, he
collects,
does.
right?
Yeah, he does.
He came to the realization a few years ago. He's like, I can't keep buying every Marvel Legend, you know, and so. And I mean, I came to that realization like 2017. But what was I saying? Oh, like the goal should be like make at least one of every character. You don't have to have every version, but have a complete Marvel universe. Of course, they'll never reach that. There's too many characters, you know, it like has been speculated, maybe they're going to give up the Disney license and someone else will pick it up, but it's just a really cool figure. I could go on eBay and buy this right now, but that's what I've done in the past with other stuff. And once you have it, it's kind of like part of the fun is over.
So are you like almost like kind of forcing yourself not to buy it because you want to have that thing to get?
If I'm at a show, like let's say we're at Rhode Island Comic Con and there's a vendor that has it, I'm going to grab it because then it's a story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went across the country to work at the Valaverse booth, hanging out with Bobby and Jordan, walking around. I see my holy grail, the Mecha Hulk, right? Maybe I talk the vendor down a little bit, get a better deal.
You go there to hang out with Bobby and Jordan?
I mean,
Or is
Leave
Jordan-
Jordan alone.
He just happens to be there.
he might be watching, so I don't, you know, he's just a
Leave him
little guy.
alone.
He's just
He
a
gets-
little guy.
He gets picked on a lot. I'm hard on him. So you gotta
Now,
leave him.
no, don't hold on. That
I mean,
guy, he is a
deserves-
trash
he
talker.
He deserves like 98% of it.
He talks so much trash to me. Oh my god.
Man, if I told you what he pulled at the show, woo, woo,
Oh, can't wait to hear it.
man.
But yeah,
Put it this way: his Rhode Island Comic Con shirt will now have a quote on the back of it because of some shit.
I love it. Oh. So yeah, okay. So there's mine. The Mecha Hulk. Like I said, I could just go out and buy it, but I'm just waiting. I feel like there's no rush. I don't think Hasbro is going to redo this anytime soon. It's kind of...
You're probably right about that.
It's going to be all new sculpt. It's kind of a weird character. Maybe they will. I mean, who knows? But even if they do...
Even if they did, I don't think it would look as cool as this one.
No. Even if they did, I would still want this one. Absolutely. And that would be the best time to buy it because the price on this one will come down.
Yeah.
You know?
They wouldn't do the metallic paint and all that stuff. They wouldn't do it.
I mean, look at all the dry brushing on it, the wash. It's very cool. Even the little gremlin guy has some articulation. He's not just a little statue, and he's tiny. You know.
Is he called Jordan?
Oh my god.
That was a good one.
Oh,
that was a good one.
Okay. Let's take a few comments from the chat, and then we'll get on to some other stuff. Blake Tarpley's here. What's up, Blake? Thanks for the tater chat. He says, "Sup, Blazer? My modern Holy Grails Cobra Mother. Wait, no. Engine Avenge. No. The 6-inch Rancor. No, not that either. Cookie Monster. That's it. Damn. Every failed HasLab. I'm sorry, Blake, but thanks for the tater chat.
Yeah, Riva lightsaber. Anyone?
Yeah, the Riva lightsaber.
I'm waiting for a Black Series Rancor.
I hope they find some way to do that just better than the first offering, but probably will never happen.
I can't see them ever revisiting that.
Now, if McFarlane gets the license, he could make a cool Rancor.
Yeah, I reckon if McFarlane got the license, it would be one of the first things he does.
That'd be an awesome flex if he got it, and one of the first things he did was did a 6-inch Rancor.
Well, because even if he did it in 7-inch scale, it's a Rancor, you could put it with your 6-inch figures, and it would still look all right, scale-wise.
Yeah. Thank you, Blake. We got Big Time Nerd. Thanks for the tater chat. Hey, guys. Just saying hi from the Great White North. Nice to see the three amigos back together. Got my Holy Grail a few months ago. I'm sorry. If you had another chat, I missed it. It's gone. But I'm glad you got a Holy Grail. That's cool.
What's the Great White North? Is that Canada?
Yeah.
Yep. We got Kato. What's up, Kato? Oh, wait. It's Kato. It's Kato, everybody. Kato's collection. By the way, let me just read it. Thanks for the super chat. He says, "My Holy Grail is a Super 7 figure that's worth the money. It'll never happen.
Keep waiting."
I agree. Yes. Kato, hope everything's okay. He was one of the people affected by the hurricane recently, and bad times down there, man. But Kato, I'm glad to see you here, man. We got 49er Brian. Thanks for the super chat. Too cheesy. Just got my Vanguard. I consider it a Holy Grail. I'm not kissing ass here. I love it.
Stop it.
He's kissing ass, I'll tell you what.
Kiss away.
Kiss away, baby.
Yep. Can you guys hear that?
What is that noise?
It sounds like you're typing on a keyboard, not that you're trying to kiss my ass.
Oh,
I thought he was whacking off.
Yeah. It's a FAP. It's a FAP sound. Okay, moving on. We got Maximilian Tucker here. Thank you, Maximilian, for the super chat. He says, if you look at modern figure grail markets, Bloody Bone Collector is off the charts. That thing, is that still selling for like $500?
I don't know. I don't know if any more like it, because there's still a decent, I wouldn't say decent amount. Maybe there's way less than half that have been found so far. I was going to do something like put up a post, like having like people that have found one, let me know so I know how many are left. Cause I still have some stock here that I'm saving for Rhode Island Comic Con and Legions Con. So the ones that were on the site, and then just the small amounts left in the storeroom. So we'll see. It'd be nice to know how many were left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. You should remember how you did that Steel Brigade registry?
Yeah.
A few years back.
Yeah, I should do something similar.
You should try to do that for the Bloody Bone Collector.
I should.
That'd be cool.
So there
keep track
are
of all 100.
four that have been. There are 4 that have been sold on eBay, and they range from $265 up to $477.
No, some have sold. One of them sold for over 600. A little bit.
Yeah, that was like when it first came out.
Yeah, I think when you search sold listings on eBay,
the first one sold for like 200 and something, and then yeah. Mike Joseph, what does that mean? And to think Tony came back for this. Let's see. Where am I? Where am I? We are. What's that, Tony?
Exactly.
Oh, exactly.
Am I breaking up
Jason,
or something, or have you got a lag?
I think you're a little bit behind, just a little bit, but
no. See, I thought you were behind, Ryan. I thought Ryan was before behind. There was a lag with you.
It says my connection is excellent. So,
just like everyone in your life, it seems like they're lying to you.
Oh my God. Oh, why do I put up with this abuse? Jason, thanks for the super chat. £2. Look at that. Or euros.
€2.
He says, what's the most any of you have paid for an item? Ooh, good question.
I know.
Bobby.
I know.
It's our wives watching right now.
It's the one thing on my list. So it's my acquired grail. Was my blank.
Okay. Oh.
I think my blank was the most I'd spent on a collectible. Yeah.
Do you want to say how much or no?
It was very high. It was a 2 and 3 other numbers behind it.
Oh my God. Was it mint in the box?
It
must have been.
It's mint. It's graded. Or is it graded? I can't remember if it's graded. I know it's mint in the package. I don't think it's graded though.
Did you find it online or at a show?
It was on eBay. Yep. Guy had it up for a while. And I was just like, hey, you've had this up for a while. You take a deal, and he knocked a little bit off of it.
Really, the only figure from that line that's hard to acquire, the blank.
Yeah. But it's
because
like
it was only released in Canada, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, it wasn't like a grail like now. Like I started collecting a line. I was like, oh wow, this is a really hard thing. I knew about this in childhood because it was on the cross sell. So it's like, holy crap! Like, you're not gonna have the main villain, So it's like I wanted it. I was wanted the blank. I had all the other figures, and I didn't have the cars. I just had the figures. But I was like, dude, I want the blank. It's on the cross sell. It was on every cross sell from the very beginning. So, it's just like I went through life just wondering what the deal was, and it wasn't until later in life that I realized oh, here you go. It's sold in Canada, and there was only not that many of them, and that's why it's hard to find.
Brian Stevenson says it became expensive 10 years ago. It was $800 in 2000.
It was less than that in 2015 because I was at New York Comic Con in 2015 with Hasbro, and I was walking around, and there was a guy that had one, and he wanted $400 for it, and I was like, oh, that's really high. I thought that was high at the time, $400. Could you imagine that, man? Yeah.
You should have scooped that thing up. Go ahead. Who brought this up? Me?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't mean to, but Robert Chambers says, I'm glad Tony is here too, since his Becoming Desert Rat videos helped me to stop using my cane to walk. Thank you both for everything. Oh, wow.
Nice.
You're very welcome. That's awesome.
That's really awesome. Right on, Robert. All right. Let's see here. Robert's Infinite Realms Thanks for the super chat. The Three Horsemen together again. What we're here for. Awesome, man. I'm glad you're here for it. Robert, good to see you.
Can you ride a horse, Ryan?
Yeah, my mom owned a horse when we were growing up, so I've ridden a horse.
Can you ride a horse, Bobby?
I've ridden a horse once, and I loved it. See, when I become a hobbit and I'm a recluse and no one sees me anymore, I'm gonna have like a little mini ranch, and I'm gonna have a horse, and I'm just gonna hang out with my horse, and that's gonna be it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So when I sell the company, you guys know I'm out.
Bobby, you can't sell a company that's going out of business.
I know. I've been trying so hard, but that's what they keep telling me. I keep having these meetings with them, and they're just like, dude, you're showing negative profit and you're like 2 days from insolvency. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. It was a long shot, but I figured, hey, why not?
Sheriff's gonna show up at your door at the bank. Time to leave the premises, Vala.
That's right. That's right.
Oh boy, look at this. Holy crap. It's a party, guys. Because Ken Heltzinger.
20.
Ken Heltzinger with 23 POA podcast memberships.
Wow.
What do you think, Tony? Is this like the Europop you danced to at raves in the 90s?
I was wearing those very glasses, yes.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Ken Heltzinger, for 23 POA podcast memberships. That is very generous, man. I don't have the list of people that got those, but shout out to Kent Heltzinger. I'm sorry I'm the only one that brought sunglasses and rave lights. All right.
Terrible.
I ordered new glasses for that segment, too, and they have not arrived yet. They were supposed to be here today. Thanks a lot, Amazon. Go back to normal lighting here. There we go. My wife calls this bisexual lighting, by the way.
What?
The lighting I have in here, the pink or the magenta.
I think she's onto something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kent. You're awesome, man. I appreciate that. Fred F is here. Thanks for the tater chat. Action Force Soft Goods Slaughter. I want one bad.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That's a good pick for a modern Holy Grail.
There's only 100 of them, right?
There were 100 of those. Yep.
Yeah.
Him, Bone Collector. I mean,
that's as rare as the Bloody Bone Collector.
Yeah. The Bloody Bone Collector. Like the Sarge never got to the prices of the Bloody Bone Collector. At least I don't think. But then again, I never really checked.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Fred. Let's take a little break from that. Now, Bobby, you just talked about a grail that you had acquired.
Yep.
The blank. Tony, have you acquired any grails?
Well, yeah, this year I got the Palatoy Death Star, so that was a holy grail of mine for a long time. I've acquired a lot of, and I got the 6 action figure stands as well, Bobby.
Yeah, I got those.
You bought those without having the play set?
Well, yeah, because you can never find it with the stands. So I found a guy in the UK that was selling stands, and I got the stands.
So you've got like the little plastic clips that hold up the corners. It actually came with a spare one. So if you get one with the 5 clips to hold it up, if you don't have a 6 spare clip, it's technically not complete.
Seriously?
Oh.
Seriously. It came with a spare pair of clips, yeah.
Damn it.
This is going to ruin me.
And you need the booklet. So that the booklet, I don't have that. You
mean the instruction?
Leaflet. Not the instructions, like the cross-sell leaflet.
Yeah.
It was unique to that playset. It wasn't sold with anything else.
Really?
It goes for hundreds in good condition if you get that mini booklet. You obviously didn't watch my video about the Palatoy Death Star.
I did. I don't remember that part, though. I watched the video.
Okay.
I remember that part, Tony.
Shut up, Ryan.
What were we talking? Oh, yeah. No, at Joe Fest 2 years ago, right? You found like the mother load of carded Action Force figures.
Yeah.
Palatoy Action Force. Let me be specific.
Yep.
What wasn't the Desert Rat in that? Like
No, I already had the Desert Rat, and the only carded figure in the line rarer than that is the Australian Jungle Fighter, and I
That's
got
the
that
one.
for $75, and it's
That's
like
the rarest one, right?
that's the rarest one. Yeah, it go in, and it's not the one I got. It's not in great condition. You know, it would still go for like 2,000. In a mint one would be like 3,500.
Oh, that vendor must be kicking himself if he's watching this, huh? Jeez.
Wow.
Because it wasn't in good shape, you should have just given it to me,
Yeah, that's true.
Dick.
You should have bought me that boxed African American G.I. Joe for my birthday.
I was not aware of it. I mean, I don't know.
Too busy making money at the booth, splashing cash.
I went back to the booth and I told him about it. I said, Bobby, listen, you're doing good this weekend.
Thanks, Narc.
I made all that up.
And Bobby was like, "Who's this Tony fella? What?"
Right?
Who's Gary?
I have also acquired some grails. Now, you guys may not be aware of this one, but this is a highly coveted figure in the Legends collecting community, and it's not even from Marvel Comics.
Oh, I know which one this is.
This is Dale Keown's Pit.
Yep.
Right here. I pulled him out of the display for this. Dale
He was
Keown's Pit.
impressive.
Yeah, so, Tony, you're familiar with Image Comics, right? When all
Yes.
the pros broke off from the big two and they formed their own. Well, this was Dale Keown's like original character, the Pit. And I even have the little mini Timmy figure that came with him. So I got that. This was a grail for many, many, many years. And that's after seeing it at Target on clearance, like the whole wave. This is a Build-A-Figure.
Yeah, because wasn't that wave after Hasbro got the license, and then Toy Biz was like, "Oh, what do we do now? Oh, I know.
Well,
Let's just do these."
Toy Biz, remember, Toy Biz bought Marvel and saved Marvel from bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And then they just changed their name to Marvel. So
yeah,
today's Marvel is actually Toy Biz.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And so when they decided to license Marvel, they licensed it to Hasbro. And then they were like, we could still make toys, I guess. And they made Legendary Heroes. That was the line. So they did Savage Dragon, Judge Dredd. I got the Monkey Man Baff over there. He's not as desirable as the Pit. Like, I think the Pit from that line is the rarest. It's the
I'm
hardest
like,
to get.
why? Like, what is it about him that he was so highly coveted and the others aren't as much?
I mean, there's a lot of Dale Keown fans out there, right? It's a big, cool-looking figure. A lot of the figures in the line weren't great because it was still that old Toy Biz style, but Pit holds up pretty damn well.
What does he go for now?
Probably 250, 300, if I had to guess.
Okay.
At some point, they were selling for 400, but I think it's come down from there.
Wow.
Just like this other Grail that I acquired a few years ago. I bought this in a bundle sale with the Toy Biz. Actually, yeah, it was Toy Biz Giant Man. And that is the Fin Fang Foom Baff from Hasbro. This is a Hasbro figure.
When did that come out?
2008? 9? 2009?
It was when they first got the license because it was one of the last shitty waves they did.
No, this is Hasbro. This is a Build-A-Figure. Yeah. It was spread out over like 8 or 9 figures.
It's right. It was a lot of figures. That's right.
Yeah. I want to say it was one of their first.
And that's why he's rare, is because not all the retailers took the whole wave.
It was
because it was staggered.
I think it
like
was staggered,
all 8 or 9 figures didn't come out at the same time. It was like a few here, a few there. Not everyone took that wave.
I seem to remember it being a Walmart exclusive. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong about that. It was a long time ago. But this is a legit one. Someone in the chat said they did bootleg it, and the bootlegs were selling for $150, and then they went up to $250 for the bootlegs. At one point, this was like $400 or $500. I got it in a bundle sale with the Toy Biz Giant Man for $300. So I got a really good deal, and that was like 2016 probably when I got it. But yeah, so another Grail I acquired, Fin Fang Foom. Now, when our friend, who has not uploaded in a while, well, he did upload one video a few months ago, maybe a month or so ago, from his new home in Florida. But when he was clearing out his collection, I was able to acquire another Holy Grail that I had been wanting for a long time. And I'm betting the price on this is really coming down. But I didn't pay the going rate for this. Talker Art hooked me up on this figure when he was clearing out his collection. And that's the Dragon Man from the Fantastic Four classics.
He had some grails.
He did.
Because I got that Balrog from him, that NECA Balrog. It was like, he had some good stuff.
Yeah. I was at Frankenstein one time, and there was another YouTuber there who spent $500 on this thing.
Oh,
something I would never do.
Name and shame the YouTuber. Come on, you know what channel you're on.
It was Unparalleled Universe.
Oh, you're dressed like him tonight.
How so? Oh my! Because I got a flannel on. It's fall. Okay. I got the pumpkin spice dude wipes, and I got my flannel on. It's fall. Is
it just buttoned up at the top and then undone down here?
Okay. It's unbuttoned at the top.
This is in LA, man.
Yeah, I'm not freaking Mexican. Okay, I can't do that. All right, I'd get in trouble. But anyway, so I got this from Talker Art, less than half of what Unparalleled Universe paid, which was I was like, whoa, $500 for that thing. I would never pay that much for this. But yeah, shout out to Talker Art. Thank you so much.
And now they're reissuing it, or they're coming out with a new version.
Well, they're making a better one. But listen, I don't care. I still want this one. This one is still really cool. The only thing that doesn't totally hold up about it is, there's nothing besides a waist swivel. There's nothing in the torso.
Oh, gotcha.
It's from that era, and there's no ankle pivot, but yeah, it's still it might not show up on camera. This thing has paint all over it too. It's got a nice wash on it, to bring out the sculpt. The level of detail on the sculpt is not something that Hasbro does anymore. They just don't. So yeah, I got Dragon Man. I think that's all I want to show
interesting.
Right
when was that one of the first things they did, Hasbro?
No. Dragon Man was it was Fantastic Four Classics. I don't remember if that was Hasbro or Toy Biz. It was right around the time they switched, I think.
Okay, because there was a bunch. The first few waves of Hasbro stuff was technically Toy Biz tooling.
Yeah, this is Toy Biz.
Okay.
Yeah, 2006.
Right before.
And Hasbro took it in 2007. So
yep.
I don't need a lowrider, guys. See what you started, Tony? It's just a flannel. I live in Seattle. We can wear flannels here. Laser pantalones, says the king. Tony, that's Spanish for pants.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I was reading some of the other comments. I literally just had to Google what the hell a cholo was. I didn't know.
I'm not a cholo. I don't have a hairnet on.
No, it's like it's a term like I've heard it in prison documentaries, but I still didn't know what it was.
Tony, you want to know how to say flip-flops in Spanish? You know what they call them? They call them chanclas.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Chanclas.
Chanclas, yeah. So you call them thongs. I call them flip-flops. They call them chanclas.
All right.
Mike Joseph says Seattle invented flannel in the 90s. You're damn right. See? That's what I'm talking about. Robert, I'm not Vatos Locos forever. Okay, we need to move on. Headcanon is here. Oh, go ahead. What's up?
I was going to tell an interesting kind of story about the Fing Fang Foom from when I was at Hasbro. So I had a Fing Fang Foom on my desk because I was working on Universe at the time, and I wanted a Fing Fang Foom because I was like, he scales to the Universe figures.
Yeah.
And Tony, our model shop painter, he actually had an extra one. And he was like, hey, I have one. You can have this one. And it was the one that they painted the slits in the eyes for the Comic-Con display. So the one I had on my desk was the one that was in the Comic-Con display for years. And I remember when I got let go, I was like I was trying to, grab what I could to put in my bag to take home with me, but I didn't grab Fing Fang Foom, and I kind of wish that I had, because he was so good. And it was that rare one of a kind one with the painted eyes.
Wait, didn't it have like soft goods shorts on it, or was that the
That was the orange one that they did.
that was the orange one that they were
Yeah.
gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
And listen, I think they'll make another Fin Fang Foom. I mean, there was heavy rumors coming from inside of Hasbro that was the HasLab this year. It was even teased. I think for some reason they decided to wait for some reason. I don't know why.
Because they lost the license.
You think that's why?
Yep.
Well, they did put up Dragon Man, which doesn't come out till next year, not as a HasLab, but as a made to order.
Yeah.
Which ends in like a week, I think.
Because if the license expires fall of 2025, so they need to, of course, get stuff out by next year. So, you can't do a HasLab that's going to lag and stuff like that. You can't overextend yourself. You have to do the stuff that's actually going to come out.
So when is fall? Is that like August, September for you guys?
Like September, October, November kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call it autumn. You call it fall.
Autumn.
Yeah, autumn.
We call it autumn too. I don't know why. Where did fall come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
Leaves fall?
It's when all the leaves fall. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Us Americans are simple. Oh, leaves fall. Call fall.
Great. We are simpletons. All right.
We are.
Headcanon, thanks for the super chat. My grail is all three of the Milton Bradley Starbird vehicles from 1978 complete. Had one as a kid, and they are packed with play value. You guys heard of those?
Nope.
Yep.
I know Tony does because he's old as shit.
You old man. Thank you, Headcanon.
Yeah, they're cool toys, man. That's a very respectable grail to be chasing.
Okay. Let's see. We got Justin Booth here. Thank you for the tater chat. I just purchased the Covert Ops Condor figure from the Valverse website with no action points needed. Thank you, Bobby.
Yep. It's time for him to be retired from the action points because we got a new action point mail away coming very soon. So,
and it's been well over a year since Covert Condor came
yeah,
out.
I think he was May of last year. So he had a good run. Good run.
Right on. Thank you, Justin. Cosmic Gladiator, thanks for the tater chat. 1 year anniversary super chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Cosmic Gladiator.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Whole year. Dominic Lindsay, thanks for the super chat. I'm at work tonight, so I'll catch the replay, but the boys are back. Love you guys. Love you too, man. Thank you, Dominic. V. Conley with the tater chat. What's going on, man? Thank you. Just wanted to say thanks to everyone who came to Jolana to hang out. It was a lot of fun. The pink Vanguard is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Did Blue Serendipity get one?
She did. And
That's
the way she got it was...
He deserves one, man.
So, and it was like, Ryan, remember at DFW when Jeff started buying stuff for people and then people started paying it forward?
Yes.
That was kind of like what happened here. Like seeing these fan moments, like that's why I said I always have the greatest fans. So a gentleman, so we had a couple different options on how you can purchase a pink Vanguard, but one of them involved the spinning wheel. And if you hit the winner, one of the winner spot, there were 3 winner spots, you got the option to buy one. And he won. He hit the winner spot. And then V. Conley and Blue Serendipity, they were right next to him in line, and they were kind of, I think they were like mulling it over a little bit and trying to figure out like what they wanted to do and stuff like that. And the guy was so generous. He said, "Can I give her my right to buy one?" And I was like, "Sure, Lou, that's right." So Lou did that, and she lost it. She was like, "Are you serious?" Like, it was really cool to see like that, like generosity from the fans,
Yeah.
Although
awesome.
I wasn't very appreciative of 2 minutes after that, her talking about how she's going to paint it and customize it. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Hold on.
You
Back
buy
up.
you buy a gray one and you paint it pink and you customize that one. You don't
Mhm.
customize a 1 of 50 pink Vanguard. There's actually less than 50. So no, you don't customize that. No soup for you.
No soup for you. We got, let's see here. Thank you, V. Conley. Jason Newton, man. Hey, thanks for the super chat. He says, my holy grail is the Dragonfly that Hasbro has said is ready to ship for the last 2 weeks. I've been getting emails from them about Giant Man, too. That's going to ship like any day now, I think. Yeah. Thanks, Jason Newton. Robert Diaz. Shout out to Robert. Mike Concho Dioramas. Thank you, sir. He says, I made a legendary gear set that will forever make me snake bitten when it comes to getting lucky with blind box Valiver's product.
Okay.
The Mike Honcho.
Yeah.
Did he do like a Mike Honcho gear set?
Yeah. Yeah. But why would that make him snake bitten when it comes to getting lucky with, I don't know. Sorry, Robert. But yes, I have the whole thing over here. I just need to like get the head on it and set it up.
I actually signed a couple items at Jolana as Mike Honcho. I think it's funny that people are now asking for that.
I did see that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Good old Mike Honcho. Jeremy Kerr says, thanks for the tater chat. He says, at the moment, my grail is the Sectar's Hive.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, very expensive, dude. Someone had that at a recent toy show I went to, and it was well over $1,000. It was in the box, opened, but yeah, those things are expensive, man. Thank you, Jeremy. All right, back to grails. So my next grail. Yeah, oh wait, hold on, that's the wrong picture. Oops, I didn't mean to bring this one up.
Polo? Come on.
Oh no.
Jeez, I can't unsee that.
This is embarrassing. Let me remove that from the screen. Oops.
Did Amber just send that to you?
Did you have someone's balls in your mouth? That's one hell of a low-hanging chin.
Whoa.
Why do you think I grew the beard, Tony?
Damn.
Asshole.
Damn. That was harsh, Tony.
You dick.
What was that, like 5 years ago?
Man, that was longer than that.
It was last year.
No, that was almost 10 years ago, that picture. What was I getting? Yeah. Okay, Tony, so I don't even want to talk about this anymore now. It upset me. Why did we invite him back, Bobby?
Hey, that was all on you, man. I told you I didn't want him to come.
I know. My bad. So what's up with this Captain Scarlet? Tell us about this, your holy grail.
Right. So this is... So Jerry Anderson is a famous British TV producer. He did all the puppet shows, you know. I was going to say Thunderhawks then. Oh, my God. Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, and the Mr. Ons, all those really popular British TV shows. And this was made by a company called Pedigree. I'm not sure exactly what year this came out. I want to say like 67, 68, something like that. Action Man came out in the UK in 66. Pedigree kind of copied the design of that 12-inch articulated figure to make a competing line to Action Man called Tommy Gun, which was a very high-quality toy line. But where Action Man was able to borrow a lot of tooling from G.I. Joe from Hasbro in the States, Pedigree just couldn't compete with the amount of product that Palitoy was putting out for Action Man. So but they used the same base body and they did this amazing 12-inch Captain Scarlet. You know, he's got the clear visor on the cap. This is just a super rare, super unique piece of British toy pop culture history. They turn up occasionally. They sell for thousands if you can get them. So I don't really know how rare this is. I mean, these days trying to get anything complete from the 60s is hard, but This was also a very fragile item. You know, as you can see there, he's got the clear visor on his hat, but there's also, if you ever watched the TV show, there was like a microphone built into the visor which would flip down whenever he wanted to talk into it and then flip back up. And it's actually got the movable microphone. So trying to get that unbroken, super, super rare. I would love to add, if I was going to add this piece to my collection, though, I would want to have it boxed because I just love that kind of 60s artwork, the box design, the font and the color of the lettering and all of that stuff. Yeah, and I'm a huge fan of the Captain Scarlet show. So
Yeah, as an American, I've never even heard of it before.
there you go. You've heard of Thunderbirds, though, haven't you?
Oh yeah, sure.
The Thunderbirds puppet show.
Yes. I have an uncle that was really into that show when he was younger.
Yep.
Holy crap, though, we got to take another break from our Holy Grails because this just happened. Blake Tarpley! Blake, thank you so much for a massive freaking super chat. Holy crap! Shout out to Blake Tarpley. You like this song better, Tony?
I'm just wondering how many pairs of sunglasses you're wearing indoors tonight.
At least 2. Thank you so much, Blake Tarpley, for that massive super chat, man. Very nice of you. He says, my upcoming modern grail is the Swarm Copter. It's called the Locust.
It's called Locust.
Seriously, it's incredible. And not kissing ass because of Jolanna. He's not kissing ass because of Jolanna. I only have 4 entire Action Force figures. Really?
Wow.
Better
remedy that.
Well, Blake, thank you so much for that massive super chat. What is the is there any update on the Locust that you're probably not ready to say anything yet?
Yeah, not yet.
Okay, cool. Then we can.
Will it come out before you go out of business?
Good and ready. Huh?
Will it come out before you go out of business?
Probably not.
Oh shit.
Probably not.
Well, that's going to be a holy grail then. The toy that never came out.
Yeah, this one concept model.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm really trying to do. I'm going to like purposefully go out of business so that this way I could take all the rare stuff and like sell it and like make a ton of money off of it. Although I don't know if people will want anything from a dead out of business line. You never know.
Well, at your business, you have a whole room full of your toy collection, and you could like live off of that thing for many years once you go out of business.
Yeah, if Valiverse ever like went bankrupt, like I'd be able to survive on a whole lot of stuff before, it got bad.
And one day you'll add this to your collection.
Ooh, Houdini.
This is the Tri-Logo Jawa.
Yes.
But is it the vinyl cape?
This is not the vinyl
the
cape.
soft goods cape.
The Tri-Logo was a Canada, UK, I believe. They did these like almost like how Hasbro does the 4 language on, in the back of the packages and G.I. Joe file cards and stuff like that. This was like how they did it for like international. And they're very rare to come by. And it just so happens that the Jawa is one of the rarest ones. So I've been trying to collect all of the carded versions of the Jawa. And while the vinyl cape is probably the most expensive, it's way more common than this one. Carded versions of these go for around $5-6 grand. A vinyl cape Jawa is up around 10 to 20. So, but it's like these are way more rare. It's kind of like when I was trying to tell everybody that the version 1A of the Steel Brigade was way more rare than the gold head, but the gold head was selling for way more, and it finally caught up. But that's the kind of the thing. It's like, it shouldn't be like this one should be more than the vinyl cape, because the vinyl cape, there was more of them. The vinyl cape's actually more common than you think. It's not really a rare figure. It's just that the price makes it seem more rare than it is. There's a ton of vinyl capes out there.
They're always on eBay.
Yep. There's a ton.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Steel Brigade. There's more gold heads on eBay at any given time than there are version 1As.
Yeah.
You know, there's a carded Jawa rarer than this one.
Which one?
So here in Australia only, Toll Toys.
Yeah,
There
I have
there-
the Vinyl Cape Toll Toys loose.
are loose. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's the only vinyl cape that was sold on an Empire card.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I heard that.
Yeah, the only one in the world where it was ever sold on an Empire card.
That's
That
right.
you're like, 40, 50 grand for one of those in mint condition.
Jeez. That's just nuts.
You know, I had some Tri-Logo Star Wars figures in the 90s. I did. They were Power of the Force too.
Of course they were.
Yeah. My mom and sister made a trip over to like Scotland when I was a kid, and I was like, "Mom, get me Star Wars figures," and she did. She brought back the TIE Fighter pilot on the Tri-Logo card,
That's pretty cool.
and one other one. I think it was the ATST driver, maybe. I forget. I mean, I was
those
a
probably
stupid
go
kid.
for quite a bit.
I opened them both.
Of course.
Like in, yeah.
You're a kid. What do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So the Jawa. Let's see.
So how many carded Jawas have you got now, Bobby?
I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 12.
Jesus.
Because there's ones that are like there's the original 12 back, then there's the 24 back, then there's the Empire X amount back, and then there's a couple different amounts for Empire, and then there's the Jedi X amount backs. So it's like, I have like all those. There's ones where I have a 12 back with the Boba Fett mail away. I have the one without the Boba Fett mail away. I have the one with the Forlon mail away. I have the one with the Emperor mail away. I have the one with the Empire display stands mail away. So it's like I have all like those versions, but there's a ton. Like there was a book that came out in the last couple of years. It's a giant blue book. It's giant, it's massive, and it's all the original Kenner vintage stuff. And it's an in-depth book on every different version of every carded figure. So I've been following that, trying to get all the different carded versions.
I know the book you're talking about. Yeah. So for you, is a vintage Palatoy Robo Skull a holy grail?
No.
Huh? Okay.
You've
moved past that?
I've moved past like vintage Action Force because it's been tainted a little bit for me. Like, to me, it's like, and it shouldn't matter because the original line is the original line, but I just can't explain it when it comes to like for instance, vintage Silverhawks is ruined for me because of Super 7. It's like, and it's like, you could probably say to me like, well, that doesn't mean anything because they had nothing to do with the vintage line. Yeah, I know. But to me, I still like associate it with it. So to me, it's like the Robo Skull has been tainted because somebody's not original. A lot of the Action Force things have been copied now by people with unoriginal companies that can't design their own shit. So it really just taints all the old stuff for me. So I still want the cardboard headquarters. There's still stuff that I want from the Palatoy line. But yeah, Robo Skull I have a very icky taste now because it's been ruined.
Well, it's not icky.
Oh, jeez.
The super chat from Ken Heltzinger. Ken, thank you so much for this enormous super chat. You rock, man. Shout out to Ken Heltzinger with the $20 super chat. He says, I just picked up one of my holy grails, which was the Star Wars Build the Jedi Temple from the 2000s. But the ultimate holy grail for me is the Pink Steel Brigade when it comes, and the awesome charity it supports. Cheers to you, Bobby.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah.
Damn it, Tony. You had to ask him how many pairs of sunglasses he has.
I wondered what the fuck he was doing, disappearing off screen.
These just came in the mail, and my wife brought them to me. You like that?
No.
No.
Stupid. I'm ashamed of myself.
No.
I can do different things with them too. See? How about that?
Oh.
Oh, that one is good. I'm just gonna wear these. I don't need super chats to wear these.
That actually is pretty cool.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very futuristic. It's like I'm from the future, from a time when I have all my holy grails, and all that's left to buy is ridiculous sunglasses. You okay, Tony?
Yeah.
It's not too cringe?
It is cringe, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
That's
Tony, you want me to take care of that?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Oh, that's really funny.
Even Gavin thought it was cringe.
I just
He's like,
remembered that I could do
Dad,
Yeah,
you're embarrassing me.
that.
Can I come back now?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Continuing on with Holy Grails. What a stupid show we're doing. Continuing on with Holy Grails.
Why are you down there now?
Because
That's
I
gonna
just
confuse
put him
the
down
shit
there.
out of me.
I didn't do it.
I
Yeah.
just did it.
Oh, because he's in the basement.
We're the
With his
captains
long
now. Tony, we're the captains now.
Are you, though?
We are.
Okay. Tony, how do you not have... Even Bobby has this. It's not that rare, is it? The Superpower Cyborg.
It's rare and good condition.
So
With all the...
much like Bobby was alluding to, right? This is a line that I've wanted to collect for a long time, and what puts me off is the rarity and price of this figure. And much like Bobby, I'm like, if I was going to collect this line, I'd probably go and get this first, and then get the others. I have Superman and Batman from Superpowers. That's it. But in the mail, I have a mint complete Green Arrow on the way. It should be here on
That's a
Monday.
good one.
Yeah, I really like the Green Arrow character. It turned up in Western Australia from a toy seller on Facebook that I buy. I bought the Palatoy Death Star from him. He had really nice condition. I got it at a good price. I'm like, now I've made the purchase of that Green Arrow. I was like, I'm gonna go down the Kenner Superpowers rabbit hole.
Ooh.
I'm actually bidding on a Batmobile right now. And
Would
the guy I bought the Green Arrow, I was talking to him saying, you know, it's this figure that puts me off collecting. And he's like, just get the first wave, you know, all the main characters in the first wave. I was like, Cyborg is a main character, though.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't come out till wave 3. He's one of the main characters. My collecting brain wouldn't allow me to collect Superpowers and not get this guy. So I better jump on that before the prices go up even more.
Would
Yeah.
you trade your Palatoy Death Star for a Superpower Cyborg?
No.
Boy, that's tough because the Palatoy Death Star goes for a lot more than Cyborg. What Cyborg is like 800?
No, I paid over 1,000 for mine.
Really?
Yeah, I mean he's
Wow.
mint. He's mint and complete. Trying
see,
to find all
want
the
a
back
mint
metal
and
in good
complete
shape
one.
is really hard.
Yeah. I want a mint and complete one, so
No
it
doubt.
doesn't have to be carded. I want it loose.
All right. Let's go on to your next one, Tony. You got the flag in there.
A lot of people, and people have been mentioning this in the chat today, this is a holy grail for a lot of people. Now, the flag isn't all that rare.
No,
Like we go to Joe Fest, you know, there's like 5 or 6 of them there. But
Yeah.
it's the epic nature of the toy, and a lot like the whale or even the Terradrome or even the Moray or something like that. They are hard to get complete. You know, the fantail deck railing's always missing, the little mast cap and things like that. So to get one of these complete, I think probably for me, another reason this would be a holy grail is I don't believe that this was ever sold in Australia. So it's the kind of thing that I know there are some in Australia. There was a collectible toy store in Melbourne that had one for sale a few years ago. But it's not the kind of thing that's going to turn up at a toy show over here because I'm pretty certain they weren't sold. And even in the UK, they were never sold at retail in the UK, but certain Toys R Us stores did get the odd one for like window displays.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was maybe like 10 or 20 got shipped to the UK in the late 80s. So it's a hard thing to get in the UK. But then, like, if I got this, what the hell would I do with it? Where am I going to put it?
You have to
no
have the
room
house
for
for it. You have to have like Chad. He dedicated his whole garage, and the centerpiece is his flag. It's right in the middle of the room. You have to have a big space. It's huge.
Yeah, but this is all Chad collects. I collect a lot of others. I don't even have room to. When I finish my video about the Palitoy Death Star, I put it back in the box. I bought an acrylic case. I put the box in an acrylic case, and I put it on my shelf. Don't look at me with those eyes, Bobby, because before you moved into the new Valaverse office, I saw your Star Wars collection, the old one, and there was like vintage Star Wars toys on the floor, on boxes. You're like, Jordan's going to sit on that shit one day and ruin it.
Wow.
Well, everything's all set up now. I got this.
Yeah, now you've moved, but
yeah,
you'll buy new stuff and it'll just get thrown in the warehouse somewhere.
No, it won't.
You have a whole room in your office that's just your toys, and they're piled.
Shh, don't tell him about that. Don't tell him about that.
Okay. They're piled to the ceiling, Tony. In
It's
disarray.
bad. It's really bad. It's a whole giant office just filled with toys, and I know it's a problem. I know it.
Oh, wow. Oh boy, look at this. Well, guys.
Oh, jeez.
We got HGC with 10 3POA podcast memberships. Thank you, HGC. Very generous of you. We love HGC here. Thank you for 10 3POA podcast memberships. You guys got to step up your sunglasses game. It's okay, Tony. You can say something.
I've just realized. Hey, has the Pink Steel Brigade gone up for sale?
Yeah, where you been? That was days ago.
Mine shipped already.
I was busy at work. I've literally it's gone up for sale. It's in stock.
Yeah.
In stock? Are they started shipping?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is what happens when I think of Pink Steel Brigade, right there. See these pink.
And guys, Tony edited the Steel Brigade video, so thank him for that.
That is the first video that I've ever edited for Bobby where he didn't ask for a single change. I sent it through and it was like, no, it's sweet, man. I was like, damn, normally he's fussy as hell. And he's like, no, you need to stay a few seconds longer on this shot and really show the character. And so yeah.
Maybe I realize like I'm difficult, so I'm like maybe I just won't be difficult on this one.
Thank you, HGC, for 10 3POA podcast memberships.
It is a great video. I'm gonna make my purchase right now.
Wesley Hendricks, thanks for the tater chat. He says only 99 cloth goods slaughters. Sorry, mine got destroyed by the USPS shipping back from Joe Fest.
Oh,
that sucks, dude.
Damn.
That is horrible. So sorry to hear that. Well, it still exists, right? Like, they didn't light it on fire and melt it.
Yeah, I'm like, you stole the figure and it's just beat up the box. Like, what happened there?
Yeah. Maybe it's just loose now. Kent Heltzinger with the tater chat. Thank you so much, Kent. He says, Ryan, Bobby, Tony, great seeing you back together. Bobby, got my mystery box last week and got my first comic and carded Desert Rat in the box. So thank you. Yeah, that's quite the haul there.
Good stuff.
Right on. Thank you, Kent. We got KJ Smith. What's up, KJ? He says, pumpkin spice dude wipes for the win. No cap. That exists here in the States, Tony. I don't know if you knew that. There's pumpkin spice dude wipes.
For what? Cleaning your beard?
No, they're for your anus.
Wow.
Listen. Hold on. You guys talk. I'll be right back.
That's all it took to get rid of him? Jeez. Awesome.
he just got obsessed with going to use one of his pumpkin spice dude wipes.
Yeah, it's stupid in America. It's just like this time of the year, it's just nothing but pumpkin spice everything, and you're like, really? I don't need.
What's
Like,
that
and I
for
thought that-
Halloween?
Huh?
For Halloween, in the lead up to
Yeah,
Halloween?
yeah. It's like all fall stuff. It's like, the girls with their pumpkin spice coffee, and they have this beer. It's called Shipyard. It's it was a pumpkin beer, and they put cinnamon sugar around the rim of the glass at the bar. But now there's like 6 different beer companies who do the pumpkin beer now, and it's just like, I'm like, you guys ruin it before it even starts. It's kind of like, around here they start selling Christmas decorations the day like after Halloween, and you're like, whoa, can we like chill out here?
So Grace came home from the shops. Oh my god.
Oh geez.
Dude wipes.
It is pumpkin spice dude wipes, and I'm telling you, they smell just like a pumpkin pie. In fact, on the back it says Dumpkin Spice, and then underneath that, I don't know if you can see it, but it says with fall stuff like nutmeg and clove.
This is the worst paid YouTube promotion I've ever seen. What? How much are they giving you for this?
Right?
$0. I should ask for sponsorship.
Jeez.
Yeah.
This is sad.
It's good. Don't you want to let your sphincter know it's fall?
My sphincter doesn't need reminding.
I don't.
I have my morning coffee and it's ready to go. It's on parade 5 minutes early every day.
HGC, thanks for the tater chat. He says Cholo Laser Pants is a complete vibe. You know it, fool. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Nikatronis, thanks for the tater chat. He says LP did the Ollie's Grail arrive. Hi, Bobby. Oh, dude, Nikatronis, thank you. They have. Well, yeah, I think they're at my PO box now. I just haven't been to pick them up yet. I need to stop by the PO box. I guess it'll be Monday because they're closed tomorrow. But thank you so much for sending those to me. He found the Marvel.
Can you see through those fucking things?
Yeah, see just fine. You want me to take them off?
No, I'm just
The
curious.
hearts are for you, Tony.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now we know what your holy grail is my pumpkin quiche.
Yeah, Nikatronis found me the I keep saying trench coat. It's tracksuit Mafia Marvel Legends at his Ollie's. They're $10 after Target totally bungled that release. What a joke that was.
The Tracksuit Mafia from the Disney Plus show, or is there a comic accurate one?
No, it's from the Disney Plus show. Yeah.
Dude, when I was in Perth only a few weeks ago, they were fucking everywhere on clearance. Are they desirable?
Well, they are when they don't show up at Target, and Target cancels everyone's pre-orders, and then they show up at Ollie's. Yeah. Well, some people found them at Target. I never did. A lot of people I know never did. They canceled our pre-orders, and then like Nerdzoic and Hella Dope and Big Bad got them, and then they started showing up at Ollie's. It's just ridiculous. It's horrible. Thank you, Nico. Got J-Rod, member for 14 months. The boys are back together. Thank you so much for the tater chat, J-Rod. We are back together. I don't think Tony's too happy about it, though. I think I need more hearts. More hearts for Tony. What do you think, buddy? Right there? How's it going, Tony? You all right?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm just trying to picture myself trying to run a show with glasses like that on. I actually commend you, man. I just don't know how
they're much easier to see through than these. These are much harder to see through. These have tiny little slits in the middle, so I kind of got to like look down to see. But anyway, and these are hefty.
Are you cosplaying as RoboCop now? The Cholo Robo.
Hey, thanks Ted for the tater chat. He says Miss 3POA. She just brought these glasses down to me. They just arrived from Amazon. 206 Toys, thanks for the super chat. Thank you so much. He says, "What's up, guys? Currently opening my Arctic ghillie suit that I got in my mystery box. These things look and fit so well on these figures. The mystery boxes were so much fun, Bobby. I hope you do more."
Sorry, I'm fighting off a sneeze. Ugh.
Just go with it, bro.
Yeah, I hate sneezing, so I try to fight it off as much as possible.
Sneeze right into the camera.
Yeah, the mystery box is like, yeah, we did the tins, and I was like, that's so much fun. Like, there's something cool about that. So I was like, hey, why don't we just do like a box? Because we don't have any tins left. But I know people want to do it. And it's like I was finding stuff around the office that like cleaning out boxes and extra product and stuff, finding gear packs that I could make loose and stuff like that. So I was like, let me just do a new mystery box. And I was like, let's see how it goes. And if it does okay, then maybe we'll do it. And it crushed it. Like people just went nuts over them. And I was like, cool. And that's, I was like, let me put, some of the free Vanguards in there, make that another way of getting the pink ones. And I'm like, you know what? Well, let's just make it like a staple. Maybe we'll do it like twice a year. So I'll do it again after Series 5 comes in. Then we'll do like a Series 5 mystery box kind of thing. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah. Mystery boxes, blind boxes, they're always fun, man. My kid used to be into the Lego ones, and we go in there and buy a bunch of them trying to find the one he wants.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, it's gambling, right? So people enjoy gambling.
There was one guy that bought 12. I was like, whoa. Like, that was awesome.
Was that Jeff?
I don't think it was Jeff. I think it was somebody else.
Jeff bought a bunch of them.
I mean, maybe it was, and I just didn't know. I don't think I recognize the name on the order, but...
HGC, thanks for that super chat. He says, Laser Pants is now Tron. Are these like Tron glasses, these ones? Let's see here. That's like Tron? Boy, I haven't seen Tron in so long. And I never saw the new one.
They didn't wear glasses in Tron.
Yeah, they wore hockey helmets.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Didn't they have like something on their head, like up here?
Yeah, hockey. They had hockey helmets, and it was all like neon and stuff.
Got a tater chat from Curb Stomp. Thanks, man. Bobby, when the port strike happens, how is that going to affect you in shipping? I think actually the port, it's over, right?
Yeah, it's over. It only lasted a couple days, so shouldn't have an effect. We had an item that was supposed to be arriving to port on the 3rd, and I don't believe it affected anything with that shipment. We'll be announcing what that item is very soon. But yeah, no, it shouldn't affect anything. If anything, maybe it delayed things a couple days, but nothing major. I was nervous. I was sitting there like, oh crap, because I had paid extra for a fast shipping for Series 5 because I wanted to take Series 5 to Rhode Island Comic-Con, but to be able to do that, I wanted to make sure that I fulfilled pre-orders first. So we had to pay to get Series 5 here quicker and have enough time to ship it out to you guys so I could take it to Rhode Island Comic-Con. And I was like nervous, like, man, did I pay extra shipping only for this strike to happen and just delay everything? But luckily, cooler heads prevailed and people realized that they can't mess up our infrastructure like that. And that was that.
Gotcha. The Titan says, isn't that just a temporary agreement until January? It might be.
It might be, but that's okay. I mean, all my stuff's come before then anyway.
Yeah, it's on the way, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Series 5 on the way?
Series 5 is on the way. The Trigger and Garrison and head pack and hand packs are on the way. The Pandoras, they're gonna be shipping by air, so we won't have to worry about shipping. The secret items will ship out in December, so we should be fine there. So yeah, we'll see.
Cool. A lot of cool stuff coming.
Stuff.
Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Matt, for the super chat. Matt Malley, he says, in 2004, I bought a Mecha Hulk at a dying KB Toys. Was that 2004 that came out? Wow. As Bain Capital was busting it out like Tony Soprano in the sports store. Yeah, Bain Capital. They took out KB and Toys R Us. He bought it for $5. God, at KB Toys. Could have bought 10. Man. I really missed out. That's awesome, though. You should have bought 10. Thank you for that super chat, Matt. Yeah, I mean, you guys know the story of Bain Capital, right? And how they took out
Nope.
KB and Toys R Us.
Yep.
No, I don't know.
No, I don't feel like explaining it, but
Yeah.
you got to be really smart and you have to know about
Just
investment.
a big financial corporation just buying up companies and passing debt on through them to cook their books. And when you're worth billions, you can just destroy companies at will. It's pretty wild.
Yep. It's pretty sickening. I mean, that's still having repercussions till now. There's no big chain toy stores in the States anymore.
Yep.
Really sucks. And then 206 Toys, thanks for the tater chat. He says, Ryan, you got some Nike Cortezes on with that flannel and some Dickie shorts. I don't have the Cortezes. I do have several pairs of Dickie shorts, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not wearing them right now, are you? You're not wearing
No.
pants.
I'm wearing Dickie's pants. Yeah. It's fall. It's not short season. I'm not wearing shorts, Tony.
Yeah, I was wearing shorts today. It was nice out by me.
It was nice out here too, but it was still a little chilly. Yeah. Thank you, 206 Toys. Brandon. All right. We are all caught up on those. So Tony doesn't know about Bain Capital, but he does know about this Kenner Xenomorph alien.
Ooh.
Dude, this is a holy grail for me, man.
I thought that thing was common. Is it not?
No.
NECA did one.
No, the original. So when did this movie come out? This movie came out 2 years after Star Wars, and then because of Star Wars, all the toy companies were picking up any sci-fi license they could.
Yep.
And Kenner, who already had Star Wars, were like, "Oh, we're going to do Alien as well." Obviously, someone didn't watch the movie and didn't realize that kids weren't going to see this and buy the toys. But this dude, he was 18 inches tall. Designed in a similar fashion to like some of their $6 million man figures from earlier on in the decade. But to get this guy in working condition, so there's a clear dome piece that is easily lost, and I think like the bits in his back like are actually removable. I think you had to put it into the packaging, you removed all those bits from his back and plugged them in. So to get one complete, yeah, these are not easy to find, and they go for big bucks. But this is just one of those pieces I would love to get.
When you say big bucks, like ballpark it for us, what is it?
Loose complete, like easily over $1,000.
Whoa.
In the box, 2,500-3,000 in the box.
Jeez.
I think there's one on eBay at the moment for like $2,500 in the box, but the box isn't in great condition. I don't think it's got the backing card. Yeah.
World Made a Cardboard says, "What's the temperature there, Ryan? It was in the 90s here today. It was like low 60s here. I don't live in Texas. I live in Washington. Jeez. Now NECA, it wasn't this exact Xenomorph, but they did a big Xenomorph, and they put it in like a tribute to Kenner packaging.
So as part of this line, they came out with the 18-inch tall, what they called the big chap, the main alien, and they advertised a 3 3/4 inch range of figures from the first movie. So Ripley, Bishop, the alien. It was in their catalogs, never like unproduced toys. When the reaction line first started, the 3 3/4 inch 5 POA reaction line, it was all launched from them putting out those 5 unreleased characters from the alien line. That's how reaction first started.
Very smart on their part.
Yeah, like it was quite desirable. The packaging's really cool. I think Gentle Giant has done you know how they do like the jumbo figures, like the Bespin Luke I've got here? Gentle Giant did a jumbo version of this. Now, this was already 18 inches.
Okay.
The jumbo version, I think, is 24 inches. Now that sells for $1,500.
Whoa.
If you didn't get that at the time. And when you
Okay.
talk about that amount of money, I'd rather get a loose, complete original than get the Gentle Giant.
That must
jumbo
have been the
ball.
Gentle Giant one that I was thinking about, not
Yeah.
NECA. I could have sworn NECA did one, but maybe it's Gentle Giant then.
The Gentle Giant one is got the same, packaging design as what is on this advert here. The same color blue, that alien logo. That's all Gentle Giant stuff.
Wesley Hendricks sends a super chat. He says USPS kept my slaughter because package was insured. Got ya. So he got paid the retail price for it, and they probably just threw it away.
Right.
Damn, that sucks, man.
Savages.
Freaking USPS, bunch of criminals. Let's see here. Suka says there is a complete one with a box and inserts on eBay right now for $1,200. Well, that's like 3,000 Australian. So
Complete with box and inserts on eBay. All right, let's have a look.
Oh, Tony's getting excited.
yeah. You looking that up?
Yeah.
Headcanon says Laser
like,
Pants
yeah.
looks like he's going to curl up with a nice cup of pumpkin spice coffee and a Soundgarden album by a nice fire. If I was, it would be Bad Motorfinger because that's one of the greatest Seattle records ever. Yeah. Okay, so we got the Xenomorph there on Tony's list. Now, Tony, I thought you had this whole line complete.
No, so the Whip Action Warhawk I picked up at Joe Fest last year. That's like the only Series 2 figure I've got. Somebody sent me Snakebite, but just the loose figure. I remember who sent it to me. I just can't remember their name. Oh, that's so embarrassing. So these are the 4 bad guys. These are Wave 2 of Rambo. Wave 2 is far, far harder to get. There was also Chief and Touchdown Jackson from the Heroes as well. So I've literally only got like one of the 6 Wave 2 figures. So I just kind of bundled this all into one big holy grail, and that will be all of the Wave 2 Rambo figures.
Was there a Rambo in Wave 2?
No, so Coleco advertised a new version of Rambo, which never actually got produced, but several prototypes and test shots have made their way into collector hands. I think it was called Muscle Power Rambo, where he had like a button in his back, and when you pressed it, his chest would actually like flex out. It was very homoerotic, and I love it. But
No,
but that was like never released at retail, that figure.
Gotcha.
so this was a Coleco line based on a cartoon. So theoretically, could a toy company like, I don't know, Valaverse, get the license for this line and make these figures in a modern 6-inch scale and not have to pay Sylvester Stallone? Or how would that work? I mean, what happened to Coleco? Did they get absorbed by some other company?
They did.
They're not around anymore.
No. How would that work?
I don't know. It was Rambo and the Forces of Freedom, right?
The Force of Freedom, yeah.
Force of Freedom, yeah.
That's a slippery slope there, Ryan.
I'm saying that'd be cool. You could like do that play set. You could do the. What's that Jeep thing you sent me, Tony, with 6 wheels? What's that called?
The Defender 6x6 Jeep.
The Defender. Yeah, you could do a Defender. That's right. That's right up your alley, Bobby. Come on. Get the Force of Freedom line. Get that license.
I'll get right on that.
Just do like a new version of Rambo in the Mask, so you don't got to pay Sylvester. Just put like this hockey mask on him. There you go. Done. All right. Well, cool, Tony. I think of everything that you had on your list, I think you're going to get the A-Team Force of Freedom stuff first. I
don't know. I'm looking at this alien, so
yeah.
This person in the chat, they say $1,100? I found one here for $1,250.
Yeah, that was Suka that said that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's $1,250, not $1,100. But the box, it's missing the top. Like, if I'm going to pay extra to have a box one, I want a nice box.
Right.
And the top of this box is completely gone.
You do appreciate a nice box.
Wow.
Oh,
I couldn't help it.
It
well,
looks
Bobby, you would
like
know.
it's also incomplete. It doesn't have the clear dome over the figure's head.
Thank you,
Oh, no,
Kaiju
the box
Daddy.
was
He
in
says
there.
Hasbro
Yeah.
bought Coleco. There you go.
I mean,
Just hit up your old buddies at Hasbro and say, hey, I need the Force of Freedom.
oh yeah,
line.
oh yeah.
Give me a price on that.
I'll get right on that.
Hey, look at this. Barry Rappaport. Thanks for the super chat. He says, shout out to Ryan and Tony. I can always see Bobby. Yeah. If you guys order from Valorverse.com, there's a good chance Barry packed your order. Or Ellen. My mystery box was packed.
Ellen's labeling. Barry's packing. Mark's packing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because mine said checked by E.
Yeah, she was checking some orders, but I don't think
Gotcha.
she was boxing.
Thank you very much, Barry.
Like she was
Appreciate you, man.
pulling, because we'll have someone pull, then someone box, then someone label.
Gotcha.
Three-tiered system.
All right. You guys want to see my other Holy Grail? So this is a Hasbro Build-A-Figure, and I could have gotten this over the years, but for some stupid reason, this is
this
not a good.
Captain Pumpkin Dude Wipe?
Yes, this is Nemesis. This is actually the Age of Apocalypse universe. This is Apocalypse's son. It's hard to find these that aren't broken. Like the plastic on the dome piece there is very brittle. It's often broken and lost. But I could have picked it up over the years. It was selling for about $100 at one point. I think they're selling for a lot more now that Hasbro put out 2 waves of Age of Apocalypse figures. Again, I'm just kind of waiting to see this at a show in person, where I can haggle with the vendor and have, I don't want to just go on eBay and pick it up sight unseen and then, have something broken on it. Cause like this dome piece breaks really easily. But if I get this one, and if I get, no, I think this is the last Build-A-Figure that I would need. Besides any of the new MCU stuff, I don't count MCU Build-A-Figures. They don't count. But yeah, I need Holocaust, or as Hasbro called it, Nemesis, because they weren't going to put Holocaust on the packaging, right? Right, Bobby? Do you think they put Holocaust on the packaging?
Oh no,
No,
definitely not.
yeah. So it's not so much the price that's kept me away from this. Just I'm not in a huge hurry to get it. I would like to see it in person and just have it minty complete. And by the way, I don't want to buy it with the figures on card because all those figures suck. Every figure in this wave is horrible early Hasbro Marvel Legend. Yeah. Oh, look at this. We got a super chat from Jeff W. Shout out to Jeff, man. This guy got like 74 mystery boxes. Thanks for the super chat. He says, hey guys, Tony and Bobby, great to see you. Again, Ryan looking dapper as always. Oh, thank you. Off topic, Bobby, have you seen the Joy Toy mechs and the Warhammer mechs they do? Pretty epic. Just food for thought.
I did. They're definitely on like my list of like, whoa, like these could be kind of crazy. So yeah. It's interesting. I mean, they are smaller, but I think there's some cool stuff they're doing as far as like silhouette and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think there's more mech videos coming to your channel. So, right? You said it's going to be a series. All right.
I did say it was going to be a series.
No spoilers.
No
What are you
spoilers.
doing with that Kenner Alien power loader now?
Nothing. It's just sitting in a box over here.
You want to send it to me?
You want to send me your Palatoy Death Star?
No.
That's a fair trade, Tony. You kidding me?
Well, we went from a Kenner cyborg mint to a aliens power loader.
I'm just seeing what sticks. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate you, man. All right. So I had this. Now, this next one is interesting because although it is a grail, I'll probably never get it, and I'm okay with that because they're making new versions. Now, it's not this horrible looking Psylocke, It's not this super dated Wolverine, but this was a 3-pack all sold together. I just want that Archangel. You know, that paint job. I mean, look at that silver paint. It's awesome. I want to complete the team, right? But I don't know if you guys saw the leaked Marvel Legends list. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you were jumping all over that, checking it out, see what's coming. But it looks like we're getting a re-release of Archangel, and I'm thinking it's going to be on a new body. I hope they don't reuse these wings. I hope we get new wings with it. But like I said, for me, it's more about the character. So an updated version of this will satisfy my need to complete that team. I don't need the old one. But this has been on my list for a long time, and I've been looking for it. But I think the search is over because we're getting a new, updated, better one. And there it is. I also want this Warpath too, and it looks like we're getting him as well. An updated Warpath in the X-Force costume. The Uncanny X-Force, Tony. Did you know there was an Uncanny X-Force team? Tony
Yes.
Roberts?
So when were these figures released?
2012? So Warpath was in a 2-pack with Deadpool, and it was a variant pack in these
This
colors.
is a really great example of like how far 6-inch action figures have come in the last decade. Because
Definitely.
these look shit.
Right? Yeah. I mean, they were still using this body here on the left, this Archangel. That's the Bucky Cap body. They were still using that on figures up until last year.
Wow.
Yeah. Ridiculous, right? So, yeah, I'm ready to move on from these because if that leak list is true, and I think it really is, we're getting them 2025. So, now,
that'll be the last thing you get before the Marvel license goes to McFarlane.
yeah, hey, that's, you know what? Fine. Then I'm out, and I can just, get 4 or 5 Mafex every year, and we're good. We're good, Tony.
Okay.
Cut it off there.
Did you get the Punisher and that dude with the foreskin hand, whatever it is?
The Bushwhacker? The
Yeah.
Bushwhacker?
Did you
I
get that
did get
Bushwhack?
I did.
Good.
Punisher's really good. I mean, Bushwhacker's fine. It's weird, It's not really a character I was looking for, but I'm happy to have it.
Hey, he goes with your spice pumpkin dude wipes.
I don't display him with the penis arm, okay? I don't display him with that thing. He has a
Just
Valaverse.
the penis finger.
Yes, he has a Valaverse AR-15 with the underslung grenade launcher in the display.
Okay.
Yeah. The Punisher is great. The yelling face is weird on that Punisher. It just looks, something about it is very weird. I don't like that yelling face. But the figure itself, it's all new tooling. It's a good Punisher body.
And, he has hand grenades bigger than Bobby's balls.
Damn. Taking shots.
Wow. That was mean, Tony.
Ooh.
Hey, what's wrong with having big balls?
I guess nothing.
His hand grenades are tiny. They're like that big.
In comparison to the figure I'm talking
Oh, they're
about.
1/12 the size of Bobby's balls is what you're saying.
What I'm saying is they look fucking in Punisher's hand. It looks way bigger than a normal hand grenade. You wait until Sidewinder comes out and you compare those hand grenades, and Punisher's got swollen testes.
Wow.
Mrs. Laserpants says the fig looked gross, like a big bouquet of pee-pees.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's disturbing. All right. So those are our holy grails. Now, Bobby already has the blank.
I do.
Got the blank. I think of everything, you're going to be the first one to get all your holy grails that we listed tonight. Because
I don't know. We'll see.
let's see. So then what happens? What happens when we acquire our holy grails? What then? Do we have a sense of satisfaction, or do we have an empty void in our soul that desires more?
I mean, so when I acquired the Palatoy Death Star, I really, really did have a sense of satisfaction with that. That's a toy I've been pining after for 40 years. It didn't disappoint when I got it.
The sense of satisfaction when you do this? Like that? Was it white? No. Okay.
Are you using those spiked pumpkin dude wipes right now?
No, they're over here. They're here.
Paid promotion.
Pumpkin spice dude wipes. Let your sphincter know it's fall. They should pay me for that. I should be getting a check from Dude Wipes. Someone send this to Dude Wipes. Available now at Target. Good.
But then, like another holy grail of mine that I've completed at the beginning of this year was the. It's not like a single figure, but it was completing the Ken of Star Wars run, the last 17. And because I ended on the 2 hardest to find Ewoks, that was a real anti-climax for me because of the amount of money I paid for those stupid, dumb, furry bears. Just because I had to complete it. Like, was it Paplu and Lumat? No. Warrock and Romba. I don't
Warrock
know.
and Romba.
I can never keep the names straight, but yeah, I know those.
Warrock, I think, was the last one I got, and he was one of the most expensive of the last 17 I had to pay for. Yeah, that was a big letdown. But for me, there'll always be a new holy grail. Like, I've always wanted to collect Ideal's Captain Action line. Came out in the 60s. So Sam Weston came to Hasbro in 1963 and presented the G.I. Joe concept to them. And they offered him something like $50,000 to buy the concept or a percentage of G.I. Joe's profits. He took the $50,000 payment rather than, he would be a billionaire today. So G.I. Joe becomes massively successful. He just gets his payment. So he then went off to Ideal and pitched basically the same concept for Captain Action, but instead of dressing up in military outfits, he would dress up in superhero costumes. It was like the first action figure version of Batman, of Superman, of Aquaman, of they did Flash Gordon, they did the Lone Ranger, they did all of these. Like, trying to get that 1960s Superman, you want to get that in the box, the Captain Action outfit, you're looking at 40, 50 grand, man. That's a holy grail.
Yeah. That's a
Here
true
you guys
holy grail.
are chasing holy grail Spider-Man figures from Hasbro Marvel Legends.
It's $100.
You're playing in the kiddie pool. Go out and chase the 1960s Ideal Captain Action Spider-Man, and then you're a true toy collector.
And that was like an officially released toy. It wasn't like a prototype. You're talking the official. Yeah. So there's one from the Stretch Armstrong line. It was that villain, that green lizard guy.
Yeah.
And that sells for thousands and thousands. Like, I think they know of like 4 or 5 complete versions of it that still exist.
Yeah, and they're deteriorating as we speak.
Sure, yeah.
I've seen people pay thousands just for the head of that figure.
Just for the
body's
head.
gone, yeah.
Thank you, Robert Diaz. Stretch Serpent. Is that his name? Got it.
Mike Honcho knows a thing or two about stretch serpents.
Trouser snakes.
He sure does. Sure does.
A World Made of Cardboard says pumpkin spice dude wipes. It's over for this world. Game over, man. It's game over. It's a nice alien reference for you. Let's see here. So for me as a modern collector, once I have the characters I want, well, what's next? Well, it's not so much about the figures, it's about the display. I want really cool, filled out, built displays. Like a 1/12 scale city. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I can get the figures as they come out, but I want something to build a world. Now, according to Chad, our friend, it's Chad, you can't world build at 1/12 scale. I disagree. I think you can. And I've already started. Oh, yeah, I want this too. This is my holy grail. I forgot to mention this. I don't have this. This is a holy grail. Maybe I'll have something. I don't know. We'll see. So, nope. I guess Zoe Vargo has one. Not Laserpan. Laserpan. I have one. Guess I'll die.
Jeez.
Guess I'll.
Die. I mean,
moving on.
He made this so hard to get that people people won't get behind a breast cancer charity and buy the pink figure. It's
I bought 4 figures from the breast cancer charity.
toy collectors are mean,
Super mean.
and Bobby's the meanest of them all.
Damn straight. Listen, anything worth doing is worth doing right.
Yeah.
But back to where I'm at now, at having acquired most of the whole holy grails that I want. I am going to be building a 112 like city scene over here, a 112 scale. So I'm going to build a big, very large table, 4x8. I pre-ordered the 78 points of articulation. Like City Dio has 3 buildings in it. If you caught that show, it's a week and a half ago, he showed it on here on our Wednesday show. But I have a couple of these NECA street scenes. I have this. This was custom made by High School Creations.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah, this little corner bodega there. As you can see on the brick wall, he painted my skull face there.
I would love to see him make the April's Antique Shop so that you can actually like put a ton of foot soldiers in there and have Raph going through the ceiling and stuff.
Oh,
that would be
a good
the one.
Idea.
Yeah, that'd be the one to do.
High School Creations, he did a Kickstarter last year, and it's delivering now. And I got my order, well, part of it, but he's doing these modular brick walls. Let me.
Are they plastic?
These are injection molded. Yeah.
Wow.
Injection molded, so you can connect them together. Get these pieces that come off, so you can put as many as you want. They connect together. They got these tabs.
Gotcha.
These pop out. Some of the bricks pop out, and you can pop in accessories like AC units and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I have a lot of these. I got what was called the triple double from the Kickstarter. So I got
triple double.
Yeah, I got 6 of these walls and like the corner pieces are coming, so you can actually make a square building. They all have sidewalks that they all connect. But yeah, so that'll be going in the old city display. Like I said, I got this thing here, and I'm just gonna build up a large city display for Marvel Legends. I'm gonna customize one of my Vanguards into a shield vehicle. I've already got the decals for that.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's my next holy grail, and it's not even like a specific toy. It's just something, the way I want to display my holy grails, right? The way I want to display my collection is like the next holy grail.
Well, when I was 20 years old, my holy grail was a glass display cabinet.
Yeah.
Because I'd been collecting a few years, and it's like I didn't want this shit getting dusty on bookshelves or sitting in boxes. And when I was 20, I didn't earn a lot of money when I was 20 years old. And
right,
when I was 20 for my 21st birthday, my family chipped in some money, and I put in and I bought my first display case. Like that was a holy grail for me for a long time. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean that's why a lot of people get Detolfs, because when they were making them still, they were affordable. Then they went up to like $120, but they're really nice display cabinets with the glass and lighting and everything. Those are thousands, dude. Like the ones that Michael has. Beautiful display cabinets with the glass all the way around. Those are holy grails, really. I mean, his displays are second to none. Love Michael's displays. Mrs. LP says, that way you can actually light up the boulevard. Yes. With my city.
So your holy grail isn't like the complete collection of Bratz cars, or?
No. In fact, I got Bratz cars I want to get rid of because I have several. People are naming the city Pantstropolis, Otisburg. It's a small place, boss. It's a little place. Otisburg. I'll erase it. Who gets the reference? Come on, you guys get the reference. You know what Otisburg?
Superman.
The best Superman movie. Superman, yes, Bobby.
Yeah.
Superman 1. What? Scott Hughes. Otisburg? It's an itty bitty place, boss. God, I miss that guy. He was great. What was his name? He was in Deliverance.
Ned Beatty.
Tatertown, Spudsville. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Okay, let's get to some super chats. Well, I want to ask. Well, I guess I kind of already did. When you have everything, I mean, Tony, you said glass displays, and you have a couple really nice ones.
Oh, if we're talking in terms of that, like for me, a holy grail would be like a bigger house where I had a really well set up studio and a collection room that was 2 or 3 times the size. Where what I envision is like glass cabinets all the way around the outside,
Yeah,
and then these big like tabletop cases in the middle for all of my big play sets: Mask
yeah.
Boulder Hill, the Savage Strike headquarters, the Palatoy Death Star. All of that in the middle where you can kind of walk around it, and yeah,
Right. And that's what my Otisburg will be. It'll be a tabletop, tabletop display. What about you, Bobby? I mean, you pretty much got everything. What's next for you?
Yeah,
$1 million Boba Fett?
It's not. I mean, I've been in some like comics. There's some. I definitely crossed some grails off my comic list at Terrificon.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously a Detective Comics 27, but it's a $2 million comic book.
After the Action Force movie comes out, there you go.
Exactly. To me, it's like, I don't know if it's so much about grails, but I would just like to have the space to just collect more lines.
Mhm.
Like, I never had Mask as a kid. It just seems like a cool line to collect.
it is.
I would love to just go and get, Exo Squad again, but like the last like wave, and then they're really, really hard and really expensive. So there's like a few grails like per series that you're collecting, like different toy lines. So I think for me it's volume, not a single item. I mean, hopefully one day Action Force movie, maybe I'll sell the company, and then I'm like, I have the freedom to not have to like think about like a grail as a grail. It's more of a, okay, I have the means to get that. I want to get that. And then,
and to display it and enjoy it.
And to display it. And that's the other thing. It's like, Tony talked about the flag, and I'm like, oh, my flag's like packed away in that room over there. Like all my Joe stuff is packed away. I just bought a Steel Brigade for the first time in several years, because once I got over 200, I just stopped buying them. But I saw someone in a group was selling a sealed version B, and I don't have a sealed version B or A. I have all the other versions sealed. So, and I missed an A like 4 or 5 years ago. But I was like, the B was reasonably priced, so I was like, I'll get it, and I got it, and I opened it up, and it's like seeing that mint figure in the sealed pack. I'm like, wow, I want to like start doing this again. But I don't, if I can't display it, the love for it like dwindles, so I want to be able to like set stuff up and like have a giant like toy museum in a way.
And listen, as far as collecting goes, being a collector, the ultimate collector is like George Lucas, because he can buy anything he wants, and he has collected a lot. Not toys, but like fine art and stuff like that, movie memorabilia. And now he is building the ultimate displays. He's building a museum in LA to house his collection. Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a collector.
Oh, yeah.
Which is weird that he would let so much stuff go out to like Sansweet and Gus Lopez. It's like, I think George Lucas would want to hoard that shit.
I don't know if he collects his own stuff.
Oh, okay.
He's collecting, I bet he has like Picassos and just like
gotcha.
next level billionaire stuff.
That's true. Here I am thinking he like collects like toys and stuff, but no.
Yeah, like he originally was trying to build this museum in Chicago on the waterfront, and the city wouldn't let him do it, and so he moved it to L.A. I don't know if it's built yet. Someone in L.A. Could tell me, but yeah. he's trying to build the ultimate, basically, display for his collection of stuff, and it's going to be a museum. Yeah.
Yeah, if I could have a place to like walk around in, I mean,
Come on.
maybe I
Cool,
could
right?
finish off my Power of the Force coins. You know, that would be those final 14 coins are like a combined grail for me. Like that's you know, I want to be able to say I got the complete 62 coin set.
Yep. Maximilian Tucker, and this is a great comment, Maximilian. Thanks for the tater chat. He says, in Arthurian lore, I think he meant to say lore, they never get the Grail. And I think the ultimate Grail is it's the search. It's trying to acquire it. I think that's the fun of it. The fun of it is acquiring stuff, right? It's searching and finding it, and when you find it, oh look, I found it. But it's that's the funnest part of collecting for me.
Well, that's all about the quest.
Yeah, it's
and
the quest.
thinking back, I like when Power of the Force 2 came out, and I know people are gonna be like, you can't consider that a Grail. It's Power. Nothing is a Grail in Power of the Force 2. But I remember I had seen pictures of Bespin Luke and removable helmet Darth Vader. And I wanted a Bespin Luke that a hand came off, and I wanted that removable helmet Darth Vader. Like two figures that were kind of like the first ones in the Power of the Force line that were like super upgrades to the vintage line. And I remember like never seeing them in stores. And I was at a toy show in a mall, like just in the mall hallways. And a guy had the Bespin Luke. And I remember this is what 1999 or when did that come out? 97-ish. Yeah, I think like 97. And he wanted $20 for it. Now at the time, that was a lot of money for a Power of the Force 2 figure.
Yeah.
And I paid, I don't know how old I was at the time, but having $20 was a lot of money.
16.
And I bought it because I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
And it was like getting it. It was like that hunt, like finally finding that figure, like seeing it, kind of in the wild. That's why, like,
Dude.
It sucks that it's so hard to hunt for toys in the wild because, that the hunt is not there anymore. We all buy online. It's like you never find stuff in the stores anymore. I remember every weekend, me and my friend going to Kmart, a couple KBs, a couple Toys R Us's, we called it running the gauntlet. And we would spend all day, Saturday or Sunday, just driving around to all these different stores looking for stuff and finding, I was collecting Star Wars, he was collecting wrestling, but it was like finding grails here and there. It was like cool.
Yeah.
I remember doing that in the 90s, chasing the Shadows of the Empire Slave 1 from Power of the Force 2 line.
Oh yeah.
I remember one weekend I was living over in Sydney on the east coast of Australia, driving around with another friend. We were both looking for. We went to like 10 different stores, and then this last one we walked into, we'd been talking all day about what if we walk into a store and they've only got one, like we're going to fight over it. And it was like the 10th or 11th store we went to, they had 2 left.
Oh.
It was such a good day, and then we went out and got drunk.
Bobby, around that same time, it would have been 96 or 97. I went to a comic shop in Seattle that's I think it's still there. It's in the Pike Place Market called Golden Age Collectibles. And I remember this because I had $50 in my wallet, which was a lot of money for me when I was, 15, 16 years old. Because I was just like, it was before I had a full, even a part-time job. I was cutting grass and whatever. So I go in there and they had a case with, at the time, I mean, I think we called it vintage Star Wars figures at the time, but they were just like the Kenner Star Wars figures, and they had a yak face in there.
Whoa.
And it was $50, and I could have bought it.
Jeez.
Right? I had the money, but I'm looking at it, and I'm like, $50? I'm like, I can get 10 Power of the Force figures for that, right? Like the modern stuff. Yeah, and that's probably what I did. I don't remember what I bought that day. But dude, if I could go back, oh man, I'd get that yak face. I mean, what do those sell for? A loose yak face? And I think he had his staff thing.
A loose yak face is like 300.
Oh, is that all? I thought they were a lot more than that.
The coin is more.
Oh, okay.
The yak face coin is more because yak face was more common on the tri logo card because the tri logo card was UK and Canada, but the Power of the Force coins were US. So like very few US, versions made it. Or maybe the coin was Canada and the tri logo was UK, but he wasn't available in the US at all. So I know like my yak face coin costs more than the yak face figure.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, we can start wrapping this up. Oh, got super chats here. Phoenix Rising Creations, Anthony Bennett. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, this question is for Bobby. What on the packaging of the limited edition Muddy Vanguard makes it stand out different from the regular Vanguard packaging?
On the inner box with the graphics, I don't believe anything. On the outer shipper box, there's 3 black lines under the V-M to denote that it's the muddy versions. But there's nothing, I believe, on the inner box because it's either in a tan or a gray box, the ones without the missile launchers. The pink one is the only one whose box denotes that it's a limited edition of 50.
So you mean, so in 20 to 30 years time, when vintage collectors are picking up your line and they're trying to get it mint in box, they're going to buy a sealed Vanguard and not know if it's a muddy version or not.
100%.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And the muddies were the run on them was very limited. So they're once they're gone, they're gone. They're close to it, but it's limited in a way.
Cool. Thank you, Phoenix Rising. Stephen M has an interesting comment. He says, I'm not sure how rare it is, but I'd love to get a replacement for the Captain Power XT7 toy ship that I once had. It just looked cool. I picked one of those up at a toy show for Sal one time, and I shipped it to him.
The whole Captain Power line was great.
That was a cool line. I only had Captain Power as a kid, but man, I love that figure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get most of the line relatively cheap. Like I got a sealed interlocker, I think, for $20.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Who made that line?
Mattel.
Yeah.
Hey KJ Smith, thank you so much. Let me know. You can DM me. My DMs are open, KJ. Thank you. Tim Taser with the Tater Chat. Thank you so much, Tim. Bobby, I talked to Joe Viteri. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, he's the guy that helps run Legion's Con.
He's excited to have you at Legion's Con next month. He also mentioned a possible exclusive next year.
We are talking about it. We are talking about it.
Wow. Cool. Wish I was going to Legion's Con. I'm not going. Headcanon. Thanks for the Tater Chat. He says, a true grail is the friends we make along the way. Oh. Yes, it is.
A true grail for me, I think, would be to make the perfect YouTube toy documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying.
You'll do it. You'll do it one day. Thanks, Headcanon. Robert's Infinite Realms. This is cool, man. He says, I worked on a film with Ned Betty. Great guy. I was the only one on set who knew the Superman films. That's crazy. He was a delight to talk to about the first Superman film. Robert, I would love to talk to you about that. I would like to learn more. That's a really cool story. He passed away a couple of years ago now. Hasn't it's been a few years now, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman's still alive, right?
Who?
Gene Hackman's still alive?
Yes, and he's getting close to 100 years old, I think.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he's old now.
He's really old. He's the last one of the main cast to still be alive, dude. Besides Jimmy Olsen. Mark McClure. Steve M. He says, 3POA podcast true. It's the journey preferably with making good friends along the way, not necessarily the destination that matters the most. And I think that is, yeah, I agree. That is what the true holy grail of toy collecting is. It's the friends we made along the way.
Fuck them. I just want to die with all the toys.
Yeah, give me more cool stuff. Thanks you everyone. Tony, it was great having you back tonight, man. Like no cap,
It was good
for
to be
real,
back.
for real. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to be back.
You know you're welcome anytime.
I'd definitely like her to make a few more appearances before Christmas, I think. So,
Let's do it. Yeah, whenever you
Yeah.
want. Bobby, your hair's growing in real well.
Thanks, man.
I like the
I got
the
a lot
mech
of good
suit.
compliments on it at the show.
Oh, good. That's what everyone's been talking about. Oh, Bobby's growing his hair. Bobby's growing his hair. The mech suit video was awesome. If you guys haven't seen that, check it out on Valaverse's YouTube. I really look forward to your videos, and not only yours, but Matt's been putting out great videos lately too.
He has, yeah. We've got some good ones coming up.
I can't wait to see you and Ryan from Toy Federation.
Oh, that's the one.
I can't wait for that. That one looks like it's going to be really cool. Is that going to be on
Because-
your channel or Toy Federation?
My
who
channel.
interviewed who? You interviewed him.
It wasn't like an interview. So what happened was I went to Toy Fed. We drove down to Matt's house, stayed there overnight. He lives in the same town as Toy Fed. Got up the next morning, went over there to film me in there, and I've never talked to Ryan. So like, you know, I'm in there for like talking to him for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, man, we got to like get to filming, you know, to walk around. So I kind of like cut it short, but then I was like talking to him some more when he was showing me throughout the rest of like in the back room and stuff where like, you know, the other stuff is. And I was driving when we were driving from there to Atlanta. I was like, man, I said, Ryan seems really genuine about like his love of toys and his knowledge of toys. I said, I would love to just talk with him. And I said to Matt, I'm like, hey man, he's going to be at the show. I was like, see if he has any free time and let's just sit down and just shoot the shit about toys. And that's what we did. It was no like, what do you think of this? Or what are your thoughts on this? Like and it wasn't even like Matt just started rolling. And then me and Ryan just started like talking, and it wasn't any sit downs, like scripted interview. I didn't know what I was going to ask him. And it was great because we were talking and we just kept going off on tangents and tangents and tangents and tangents, talking about other toy lines. And it was just awesome to just sit there and talk to somebody who just like loves toys. And
that's just like that's like all the best Joe Rogan episodes right there.
Yep. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one going up. I think you guys are going to love that one.
Can't wait. Yeah.
So I don't know if that one's going to be next or if my tour of Toy Fed's going to be next. We'll see.
Did you buy anything there?
I bought some stuff at Toy Fed. Yeah.
That store looks amazing.
It's a great store. And it's like I could have sat there for 4 hours because they have that much stuff there. Their vintage, selection's amazing. Their modern selection's amazing. But it was just like sensory overload because there's just so much stuff to see there. But yeah, I bought what did I buy? I bought some Applause PVC Dick Tracy figures. I bought a Willow General Kale figure that I didn't have. I bought the original Bandai Green Ranger complete. I bought a couple other things. I'm just blanking on what I bought. Jordan actually bought more than I did. He never buys anything.
Oh wow. Yeah. Whenever we go to shows, Jordan doesn't buy anything.
Yeah, no, he bought a bunch of stuff at Toy Fed.
Cool. Yeah, Scott Hughes is here. Scott Hughes lives in that town too. He says Ryan from Toy Federation is a really nice guy. I am lucky to get to talk with him regularly. Scott tried to get me in contact with him to get Ryan on this show. I don't even know if he'd want to, but
Gotcha.
Yeah, he doesn't like do email. He only does like phone calls. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Maybe one day that might be fun if he wants to. But yeah, Scott Hughes, one day I would like to go there with you, man, if I can ever make it over there. All right. Thank you, everyone. Zakane and I did pin that comment in the chat, the link to Toy Addicts Matt's channel. He's putting out great content. Saturday morning is great again. You know, really is. Valorverse videos, Toy Federation, Toy Addicts.
Yep.
It's a good Saturday morning. All right. Thank you, everyone. Tony, again, thanks for coming back on. And channel members, stay tuned for the after show. I will be doing one. Might just be a little bit later than normal. So that's all I got. Later.